Today is November 1st, and that also means that it is the new moon. Um, and the reason why the new moon is important for me is because it is when I like to do specific things. And it is a time of the month that really helps me with aligning to newness. And so I like to use the new moons as a way to help me just with just creating, basically. And what I'm going to be creating this new moon, and every month I do this, is fasting, water fasting. Today will be my first day of 3 days of water fasting, and I just wanted to kind of share with you what that means. What is fasting? What is the purpose of it? Uh, Now, fasting, there are many different types of fasting, and I prefer doing a water cleansing fast, meaning that I only drink water during the fasting period. Now, there are other types of fasts that you can do where you don't drink or eat anything, which are called absolute fasts. And the both of the fasts are very good, and they both have different benefits. For absolute fast is very extreme, and it is just depending on what it is that you're trying to achieve. So for me, my purpose for fasting really is to give my body a reset, to help with uh, cleansing any type of toxins that are in my body, as well as to regenerate and replenish damaged cells, blood, and things like that. And so for me, absolute fasting is not necessary because I'm not in a space where I need like extreme regeneration. And so that's basically the difference. For uh, anyone who is just looking for general, cleansing of the body, a 3 day only water would be perfect. And during this 3 days, a lot of things happen. So your body really begins to kind of clean up, right? Your body starts using the fat that has been stored for energy. Your body will ultimately begin to repair any type of damaged cells. So, any type of cells that are cancerous, or just cells that basically don't need to be, or need repairing to help you with optimum function. So this is what's happening during the 3 days. And a lot of times people ask me like, wow, how can you not eat for 3 days? It's because I know what's happening. I know that me being disciplined enough to not eat for those 3 days, I am really assisting my body with just well-being, helping it to be at its optimum level of function. And this is the purpose really of life, and it's really to be healthy, to be able to experience. And what I've learned is that if you are in a healthy state, you're able to experience more, right? And so what you want to be able to put your body in a space of being able to experience more. So today I'm going to begin my 3 day fast, and I think I'm going to start a little earlier than usual. So I'm going to have my last meal now. And what I'm going to have is some potatoes, some sweet potatoes. The way that I like to prepare my sweet potatoes, I cleanse them first. These are not regular sweet potatoes. I bought them from market days. They're not regular like yams. I forgot. I don't know the name of these potatoes. I've seen them before in the farmers market, but I can't remember the name of it. It's something with a B. Like I keep seeing the letter B. Um, but let me see how they taste. Mm. Very good. They have like it does taste like a sweet potato. Um, mm, it tastes like a sweet potato pie. Now, how do I season my potato? I use coconut oil. So after I wash the potato and cleanse it, I use coconut oil and just put the coconut oil on the potato. Then I season the potato and I use a glass oven safe dish. So no aluminum foil. And this help I think that since I've been using the glass dish to bake my potatoes, I've noticed that it seems like it has more moisture because you know how when you use that aluminum foil, then you poking holes in it and trying to assist it with being moist and things like that. And I think that if you just switch the method of that you use to bake the potato, you'll notice a big difference. So since I've been using the glass um, oven safe dish, I have noticed a big difference in the way the potato tastes. So I take the potato, clean it, everything, put the coconut oil on the potato all over, and then I use the cinnamon powder, cumin, clove, allspice. Those are the four seasonings that I use, and I just sprinkle it on the potato, and then I put it in the oven for 2 hours. I don't know what it is about this 2 hours. Every time I bake potatoes now is just for 2 hours, because it seems like that's like the perfect time to make them so that they are fully done. But look at that. It looked like a sweet potato pie. So I guess these would be good if you're making sweet potato pie. And another thing that you can do is not use butter. Because once you put that coconut oil on the potato, it's gonna like get into the potato. And so it's gonna like help with seasoning the inside of the potato as well. And so you don't need butter. Butter butter is nice. I mean, I'm not against butter. When I go out to a restaurant, so like I went out to eat the other day and I had mashed potatoes, and yes, I had butter and I had whipped cream on my mashed potatoes. Not whipped cream, sour cream. But when you're at home, you don't have to use all of those type of condiments. You can just use things that are a little bit better for you. When you go out to restaurants, that is when you want to just kind of just let yourself go and just enjoy. But when you're at home, this is the time when you can prepare more nutritious foods. So more things that are going to be beneficial for your body so that when you do go out, you can enjoy all of the goodness with the sugars and the salts and the seasonings and everything like that. So you don't need to use butter. Just use coconut oil and use your seasonings and it's going to taste amazing. On another note, do you see my hair? My hair is growing and I'm so excited about my hair growing. And I'm like in this space where I don't really know like what is gonna happen. It needs cleansing right now, so I need to shampoo it. Um, but what I want, so the goal, overall goal is for me to just let it grow. I want it to just grow out and grow long so that I can wear it out like how I just always used to wear my hair out. Except this time around, I'm doing it differently where I'm not using any type of products on my hair. And so this has been a really amazing experience because I'm only using my own products that I make, which is my shampoo and my oil. And look at these. This used to be the little sideburns when I cut it short. And look how long they are now. So the hair is growing. And what I have to start doing now is training it and taking time to like stretch it out and stuff so that it's not growing like this because now it's just growing this way. I needed to grow down. I needed to grow in length, not width. But yeah, so I had to acknowledge my hair today. I should just wear it out like this because I can. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you about a little bit about fasting and the benefits of fasting. If you're interested in learning more about fasting, I do have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group that I just kind of share just things that I like come across while I'm on my fast. Because when I'm on my fast, this is the time that I really take to learn more about my body, and I dedicate my time that I use usually eating and preparing foods to really just get to know myself on a different level. And so this is when I just research, okay, what's happening right now? All right, I'm 8 hours with no food. What's going on in my body? And when I find information that makes sense and that I feel like other people can use to, encourage them, I'll share it to the Facebook group. So if you're interested in just joining that Facebook group, go on my website, essentialoilsboutique.com, and just sign up for this month's fast. Not saying that you have to be a part of the fast, but you will get an invitation to join the Facebook group, which has a lot of good information on the benefits of fasting and like studies and research that doctors have done to let you know that it's okay to go without food. Because I think that because we have been trained for so many years that, oh, we need to have 3 meals a day and we need to eat all of these foods, that when you tell someone to not eat for even 1 or 2 days, then it becomes like there's like this mental block, because it feels like the information is not correct, because we've been taught, or not even taught, we haven't been taught, we've been told that eating all throughout the day is healthy. And eating is healthy because I love eating. um it's just being able to manage your food, because I tell people that all of these trends with vegan and vegetarian and pescatarian and all of these different things, I've done them all except for vegan. I've never gone vegan. I've done the vegetarian, I've done raw, I've done the pescatarian, you know. So I have experienced what all of these type of titles have to offer. And what I've learned about myself is that I'm not really into all of the titles. I just enjoy eating whatever I want to eat when I want to eat it, and I've learned how to choose my foods. And I've learned that some foods I don't want to eat, and then there are some foods that I can eat occasionally, so once in a blue moon. And that's what it's all about, is really getting to know your own personal self, because you have to understand, right, that you are a a very unique individual, and you are different from everyone else, and you have your own experiences that you have um, been through in this lifetime. And if you believe that you have experienced other lifetimes, you have those experiences as well. And you have a lot of different responsibilities than other people have, and so you have to take into account your own personal self. So for me, because of the way that I was brought up, and probably because of my lineage, there are certain things that I don't want to just not have anymore. you know and I've learned that I can't deprive myself of certain things because of spiritual reasons. And so there's always a mental, a physical, and a spiritual aspect of every single thing. And when I look at myself and I look at my eating habits, or I look at me going into this fasting phase of my life, I have to look at everything. So I have to look at, okay, when I start this fast today is Friday, and I'm going to be fasting for 72 hours with no food. How is this going to affect me mentally? Am I in a good place where I can even do this today? Am I okay mentally that I can even start a 3-day no food fast? There have been times where I thought that I was going to start a 3-day no food fast, but I couldn't. And I have to honor myself and be okay with that. Then there's the physical aspect. Physically, I just check my weight. So I always check my weight before I begin a fast. I check my weight because I have a like a range. That's the word. I have a range that I like to stay in. So I don't like to go under my number, and I don't like to go over my number. And so before I begin a fast, I always check my weight to make sure that I'm at an okay weight, so that while I am not eating, I am going to lose some pounds, and that I'm not going to be, putting myself in a space where I don't want to be when it comes to my weight. Uh, and so physical is important. What is it that I want to achieve as I continue to do this fast? The physical aspects of the fast. So for me, it's always has been maintaining my gut health. And I enjoy not having like even though my belly is kind of fluffy a little bit, I work really hard on just not having too much fat in my torso area, because I've learned that when you have an overbuild of fat there, it can create issues in your body. And so that's another reason why I do fasting, is so that I am allowing my body to get rid of some of those fat deposits that have been accumulated throughout the days of me enjoying food. And so that's the physical aspect. And then there's the spiritual aspect. And the spiritual aspect is, okay, how is this fast going to help me connect more with God's source, my higher power or higher intelligence? And for me, it's more about slowing things down for myself, and shifting my activities. And so instead of me, thinking about food, preparing food, buying food, I am now using my energy to look at my body. Like, okay, I'm 10 hours in of no food. What's happening in my body? And this is the spiritual part of it, because spirituality is not about like having some religion, or doing certain things that you feel maybe in order or a law. Spirituality doesn't have anything really to do with um, any type of religious laws. Spirituality to me is having a relationship with myself, and I know that a um, I'm a beautiful vessel, and I have to take care of this physical aspect of myself. And the way that I have to take care of it is by learning about who I am and how I operate. How does my body function? How do I keep my body functioning to continue to experience life? And that is the spiritual aspect of this fast for me, is to really do more studying on my own self. So there's a mental, a physical, and a spiritual aspect to everything. And when it comes to fasting, you have to also look at that, because if you don't take your time to pay attention to all of those things, then it can become difficult. That's when it's going to become difficult and you're not going to be able to even go through 24 hours. Is because you have no intention. What is the intention? So anytime you do anything, you should always have an intention. I made some tea today. So just because I just poured it, I'm going to share it with you. And this tea, I think my daughter made this blend because it was in a cabinet and it didn't have a name on it. And whenever she makes blends, she doesn't ever write what it is. But I know that it has some rooibos in there. I could identify the rooibos. So I'm gonna have finished drinking this cup of tea before I begin my fast of no food. Sometimes people ask me about drinking tea on a fast, and yes, if that's what you want to do, you can drink tea. I've done that type of cleanse as well when I just had tea. Now you have to understand that if you are fasting means that you really aren't eating anything or drinking anything. You're letting your body, fasting means to really stop. And when you do introduce like herbs, or sometimes people say, drink coffee, it's not, you can't really say that you're fasting because your body is still digesting. Now, the reason why I use water is because it's kind of like a mental thing. So I'm not drinking like gallons of water during these 3 days. I just use the water to just kind of help with quenching my thirst a little bit, keeping my mouth, not from drying out. Water is really used for the mental aspect of the fast. And that's the difference between the absolute fast and a water fast, because with the absolute fast, that is a very, very extreme type of discipline. And you have to be really careful when you're doing an absolute fast, because again, you have to think of the mental, the spiritual, and the physical aspect of the fast. Really, the only way I would ever be able to do an absolute fast again, and I've done one time, and I did it for 7 days. The only way that I would ever be able to do absolute fast is if I am not around anybody and I'm by myself with nothing, because it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy from the mental, it takes a lot of energy from the physical, and it takes a lot of energy from the spiritual. So for me, the water kind of helps with bringing a little bit of energy into my life while I'm doing the fast, because during my 3 day fast, I'm still out and about. I'm still doing things. Tomorrow's Saturday. I have 2 vending events that I'm going to be doing. On Sunday, I'm probably going to be out and about somewhere. Monday, I'm going to be out and about working. So for me, I have to use something to help me, which is, giving me a little bit of energy. And that's what the water does for me. And it's more, again, it's more of a mental thing for including the water in your fast. If you're going to drink tea, you're just drinking tea. You're not really fasting. And so these are all things that you learn as you start uh, getting to know yourself. And you have to also remember that every single person is going to interpret things differently because of their own experiences. And so it's okay. Like, you have to learn how to appreciate, because I say that because I listen to so many people's testimonies about fasting and how they started their journey, and the reasons and all of these different things, and what has happened during their fast. And what I've learned is everybody can go on a 3 day water fast, but everyone is going to have a different reason for it. Everyone's going to have a different level of understanding. Everyone's going to have a different experience, because we all are different. We all have different lives. We all live, even though we live in the same place collectively, we are all living a different life, okay, based on past experiences and present. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm trying to get better with YouTube and stuff. So I don't know. I might do another video for day 2 of my fast, talking a little bit about what happens on during the 24th hour, what is happening in the body. So thank you so much for listening, and I pray that your day is super amazing. It's new moon, so do something new today. Create something new. Begin something new for yourself. Clean your closet, whatever it is that you can do. And I think I should do more, talk a little bit more about new moon, full moon, and how I incorporate those phases into my life. Uh, so I have a lot to share, and I appreciate you for hearing me. And I pray that the information that I share with you is beneficial for you along your well-being journey. Talk to you soon. Peace.